Zurich is known as one of the most expensive cities in Europe. In fact, it's ranked as the second most expensive city in the world, just coming after Monaco. So what can you do if you find yourself spending 24 hours with no money in Zurich? Well, I did just that, and here are my tips. First things first, wake up early, preferably with a view. If you have an early start and you book a hostel with a decent view, this will save you some cash on breakfast and activities throughout the day because you'll be too busy exploring. Plus, if you walk around the city at night when it's dark, you can snap some epic shots like this without paying for an expensive attraction. For me, Zurich was not my first time visiting Switzerland. So I knew about the Swiss travel system, which provides unlimited travel via trains, buses, boats, and even some cable cars. This only applies if you plan to travel around Switzerland. But it's definitely worth looking into if you have plans to travel around the country while you're there. The only downside is that they can be quite pricey, but there are always ways to save money when traveling. If you're backpacking through Europe, you may already have a Eurail pass, which covers travel in Switzerland. If you don't know where to start when it comes to planning your trip, then let's begin with accommodation. Hostels in Zurich can range from $35 to over $80 per night. However, if you visit during the summer months, or if there's a big event going on in town, then prices will be much higher. To save money, opt for a private room in a shared apartment. There are plenty of options available, so be sure to read the description carefully, so you don't end up in a dorm room with strangers. As for the location of your accommodation, it really depends on what you want to do. For example, if you plan to spend most of your time outdoors and sightseeing, then staying near the old town or the train station would be ideal. On the other hand, if you prefer a quieter neighborhood, then choose somewhere further away from the hustle and bustle. But keep in mind that transport costs can add up quickly. So factor this in when deciding where to stay. As mentioned earlier, Zurich can be very expensive, especially when it comes to food. A meal at a cheap restaurant can set you back $25, while a 3-course meal at a mid-range restaurant will cost you around $60. Groceries are also pricey, with basic items like bread and eggs costing more than in other European cities. My advice is to cook your own meals as much as possible and only eat out once or twice during your stay. Consider getting a picnic basket with some bread, cheese, and wine, and head to one of the many parks or lakeside spots for a cheap and authentic lunch. Alternatively, look for discounts and deals on websites like Zurich. There are usually offers for things like boat tours, chocolate tastings, and other activities. The best thing about Zurich is that there are plenty of free activities. One of my favorite ways to spend an afternoon is by exploring the city on foot. Get lost in the charming cobblestone streets and admire the stunning architecture. Be sure to check out the iconic Frauenster Church, which features beautiful stained glass windows. Another must-see attraction is the Grossmünster Church, which dates back to the 12th century. If you climb the tower, you'll be rewarded with panoramic views of the city and the Alps. But Zurich isn't just about churches. The city also has plenty of parks and gardens to explore. My personal favorite is the Lindenhof, which is a small park with a pretty amazing view. It's a perfect place to relax and soak up the atmosphere. You can also visit the Botanical Garden, which features a wide variety of plants from all around the world. And if you're into art, be sure to check out the Kunsthaus, Zurich, which houses a vast collection of paintings, sculptures, and photographs. Admission is free on the last Sunday of every month. So take advantage of that if you're visiting then. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, you can go for a swim in Lake Zurich. There are plenty of beaches to choose from, but my top pick is the one located near the Berkeloplatz dock. This is the closest beach to the city center, and it's easily accessible by public transportation. Plus, the water is super clear and refreshing. Just remember to bring a towel and some sunscreen. And let's not forget about the nightlife. Zurich has plenty of bars and clubs to choose from, but my favorite spot is the one located near the Hauptbahnhof train station. This area is home to a number of different establishments, so you're sure to find something that suits your taste. Plus, it's super easy to get to by public transportation. If you're looking for something a little bit different, then consider checking out one of the many events that take place in Zurich throughout the year. From music festivals to cultural events, there's always something going on. Check the local listings before you arrive so you don't miss out on anything. In conclusion, spending 24 hours with no money in Zurich can be done. Just be sure to plan ahead and make the most of the city's free activities. Cook your own meals, take public transportation, and explore the city on foot. You can also check out the local listings to see if there are any events taking place during your visit. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing travel experiences. And check out the links in the description for cheap flights, hotels, cars, and more. See you next time.